The Pinkerton avocado tree. The first Pinkerton tree grew in Ventura on the ranch of John Pinkerton in the early 60s. It was a seedling that grew up among some Hass, Rincon, Edronal, Corona trees. So it's a seedling of some of those varieties. This particular Pinkerton tree here is exactly 7 years old, and it's been fruiting since the year it was planted. Pinkerton is a precocious variety. It'll bloom and set fruit in a 5-gallon pot. However, Pinkertons don't tend to set much fruit alone as a lone tree without any other avocados nearby. This Pinkerton itself, for example, set a lot more fruit once it had this little Edronal pollinizer next to it. Edronal is a B flower type, and Pinkerton is an A flower type. In addition to Edronal, I've seen good pollinizers for Pinkerton as Fuerte and Surprise. Those two varieties also give Pinkerton a really good fruit set and yield. It's now March, and Pinkertons start to taste good in March, but really probably in April, maybe even May, they get to their prime flavor. I've even eaten them into June, and they taste good into June often, but April's probably about prime. Now here's a large old Pinkerton tree. Today's March 10th, and you can see it's in nearly full bloom now. All the way up to the top, all the way down to the bottom. Early bloom compared to, for example, here's a Hass tree next to it with almost no flowers open yet. Let's go inside the Pinkerton and have a look at the fruit setting habit. It doesn't have that much fruit on it compared to an on year, but what fruit it does have is, as you can see, in large clusters. There's one, here's another sort of cluster, another cluster, and some of the fruit's very long and necky. Another cluster there. Another cluster back there. We'll go back outside of the tree and you'll see that the leaves have that wavy margin, and you'll see that the shape of the tree is kind of a mounded, spreading shape. It's got a lot of upright branches near the top, but what's going to happen, kind of like a citrus tree, those branches are going to set fruit, and the fruit's going to weigh them down, and the tree's going to continue doing a spreading, kind of mounding growth habit. That's how Pinkertons do it.